Hey guys, it's David from Automotive Press. You might not be aware, but I actually owned more Porsches than Lexus models in the past. In fact, I've owned a 2016 Porsche Macan, a 2017 Macan GTS, a 2018 Macan GTS, and then most recently I had a 2020 Macan S, and then 2022 Macan GTS. So over time, I've got to know the Porsche brand really well. At one point, I actually had a Boxster GTS 4.0, which is a beautiful car. And then right now, I have a Porsche Cayenne S as well, 2025 model year. So I'm actually quite familiar with the Porsche brand. And I love the brand not because it's just a Porsche as a prestigious brand, but because they really do drive differently, especially if you compare to the Japanese automakers such as Lexus, or even if you compare to Infiniti or Acura. None of them drive quite the same as the German brands such as a Porsche in terms of steering feel, in terms of the powertrain, in terms of the drivability. The engagement factor is a huge deal for the Porsche. That's why I keep buying them. They also are quite reliable because many years ago they adopted Toyota production system way back, a couple of decades ago. And so they are perhaps the most reliable German brand / European brand in the market. But let me come back to the Macan EV because this is a big deal. We had electric cars from Porsche and also plug-in hybrids as well, such as a Taycan or even Cayenne plug-in hybrid. But this is the first time that Porsche has taken the most popular model, which is a Macan, and turned it into a full EV. Now, the Macan EV, it's a bit confusing because there's many different models, starting with the Macan, which is a rear-wheel drive. Then you have a Macan 4, which is an all-wheel drive, and then the 4S, which is this model, and then you have Macan Turbo, which of course is a bit of an odd name because there's no turbocharged engine underneath. It's all fully electric. And each one of them has different features, different standard equipment, and different range, and also power and horsepower. But of course, this 4S will be the most desirable one because it's not quite as expensive as a Turbo, but it's got plenty of power and torque to convince you that this is one of the most fun to drive EVs you can drive. So when I compare this to, let's say, a Macan S that we also have, a 2018 version, it actually drives a lot like a gasoline version, but it is full electric. And that might be the kind of heart and soul of Porsche. They are electric cars, but they feel like a gasoline versions of the Porsche Macan models. By the way, big thank you to Porsche Center Richmond, which provided this beautiful Macan EV. My salesperson, Jim1, as well as the sales manager, Ivy Dong, really look after me, and they are perhaps some of the best people in this business. So again, thank you so much for Porsche Center Richmond.